here it is. Bobby Wilberg on the pole. Bobby Hacker outside of row number 1. Tom Guiley, Brad Wagner, Leonard Reimer, and Jerry Guiley in a 99 car. The fast qualifier here as they come around. He looks at it. Tom Powell gives Bill Cook the signal. Green flag, and we're racing. Hacker takes the original jump off the start line. So it's going to be Hacker. Throttle spring. Oh, the yellow flag comes out. I must have missed something as I was walking up here. Tom Powell says yellow flag or corner number 4. So Billy's going to bring it around through corners 3 and 4. Fires that back road Pontiac pace car up, pulls it into the infield. Tom Powell waves it and he says, green flag, we're racing. All right, so Bill Cook got that opportunity twice to wave that green flag. Bobby Wilbur getting the original jump, and it's Bobby Hacker. You remember last week, Bobby Hacker comes out of the backstretch into corner number 3, plows into that wall. They worked extensively on that car to get it back here tonight. So it's Wilbur, Hacker, Wagner, Guiley coming up from the back of the pack, moved up in front of Tom Guiley and Leonard Reimer. Now Leonard Reimer used to be a Midwest Enduro racer last year and also the Roadrunner champion here at Rockford Speedway. So he's moved all the way up to the late model division here at Rockford Speedway. 3 laps in, Tom Powell will give the signal halfway through. Bobby Wilbur in a 98.5, dominating. Hacker, Wagner. White flag comes out, 1 lap to go. Jerry Guiley moving up 2 positions in the back of the pack. He looks to the inside. Can he get to Wagner? Wagner tries to make a move. The checkered flag is out. It's going to be Wilbur, Hacker, Brad Wagner, Guiley, and Reimer. All right, Road Runners up next. And their Trophy Dash and the Dwarf Dash. That's kind of like a small dash, you know, the Dwarf Dash, small dash. All right, lights are out on top of the back road Pontiac pace car. The 52 of John Cromwell sitting on the pole. Look out, and they pull it in, green flag, and we're racing. The 511 of Tom Lundberg gets a little loose on that start. Oh my. Lundberg thought he was going to lose it there coming around. The 68 of Rich Schinderly falls in a second. Then it's O'Neill and Mike Madison in the 1 car. And it's the 5 of Derek Dobbs, the 5 and drive. Then the 100 car of Paul Erlacher, followed by the 51 of John Harris. So Cromwell and Schinderly, O'Neill, Madison. And it's the 100 car of Paul Erlacher putting a move on the 5 of Derek Dobbs. And the 511 of Tom Lundberg pulls it back into the pits as he's got some problems in that car. Look out! The 5 car of Derek Dobbs, the 5 and drive Dobbs. Almost loses it down at corner number 2. Pulls it out, comes around. Road Runners halfway through. Oh, it's going to be Cromwell, Schinderly, and O'Neill. Matson now shows a little bit of looseness in that car. Oh no, that's Erlacher in a 100 car, goes to the high and outside of the 1 of Mike Madison. Madison dropping down low, and Erlacher trying to come around the outside. Looks like Madison's got some problems with the right front of his car. 6 laps in, coming around for the white flag. And the challenge is for fourth place between Madison and Urlacher. Comes around, white flag, 1 lap to go. Look out, it's John Harris now, trying to put a move on Madison. In the last stretch, checkered flags out, and it's going to be Cromwell, Schinderling, O'Neill, Urlacher, Madison, as they finish the field for the Road Runners. So here they are. It's going to be Rodney Legaro starting on the pole, and outside is the 51 car of Don Waldvogel. And they come around, Tom Powell looks at him and says, green flag and we're racing. So the 9 car comes out of the back. Mike Powell on the move. Look out. These guys are wild and crazy. The 51 car of Don Waldvogel. Oh, and now the 9 car. The yellow flag comes out. I missed it. The McHenry County McDonald's Association sponsoring. All right, so Tom Powell, lights are out on top of the back road Pontiac pace car. The bleachers are closed for this event. The bleachers are closed for this event. They come around, Tom Powell says, green flag and we're back racing. And it's going to be Mike Powell in a 9, dominating now. Dennis Miller gets off the pace on the outside. 56 car of Denny Salvo. And it's a 51 car of Don Waldvogel. Mike Powell out of Polo, Illinois. The 56 car of Denny Salvo now looking to get around. Dennis Miller also looking upside of Denny Waldvogel. Trying to get up on him. Right behind him's the 28 car of Roger Osborne. So they come out, white flags out this time. And it's going to be Sava putting his move on Powell. Side by side through corners 1 and 2, down the backstretch. Powell pulls it out just a little bit. They are side by side, could be a photo finish, putting it on. Powell puts it over by just a little bit. Dennis Miller also tries to get to the inside. It's a 51, 43, 28, and a 29 car of Legaro bringing up the back of the pack. '71 car of Debbie Vandola sitting on the pole. The 3 of Wanda K. Dobbs on the inside of row number 2. Pace car pulls to the infield. Green flag and we're racing. The 6 car of Misty Emsholz. And a 55 car of Carrie Lovelace. Side by side now to Winged Women on Wheels. Vandola out in front just a little bit. The 6 car of Emsholz. Drops in a second. Lovelace in the 3rd. And a 3 car of Wanda Dobbs running in 4th. Saturday night's their usual night to be out here. I'm sorry, Wednesday night's their usual night. The Winged Women on Wheels are usually out here on Wednesday night, so this is just a little debut of what's going on. 6 laps. Next up will be the American Short Tracker Trophy Dash. After these guys are done, these women are done. First night out, they've got their cars tuned up, ready to go. Lovely still running in third place. The 6th car of Misty Emigles. White flag is out. And now it's the 55 of Lovelace looking at the inside of Emigles. Oh, it backs off. It could have been a challenge for second place. Does she duck down? The checkered flag's going to be out. She tries to make that move. Doesn't. Pull it off. The Winged Women on Wheels make their debut. All right. How old are you?
11.
You know you can become a racing rascal. Do you know what a racing rascal is?
Yeah, you just said it.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you told your dad to take you down there and get you into the racing rascals?
No.
Green flag and we're racing! Tim Lose out to the jump. Kerry Graves right behind him. George Sparkman, Billy McCoy, Rob Wagner, Bobby Lapierre's on the inside. It could be 3 wide coming out of corner number 4. Bobby Lapierre is going to try to dominate as he did last week. He won the feature race, and he's going to try to do it again. Rob Wagner holding him off just a little bit. He looks to the inside. Billy McCoy's running hot. Tim Lose out in front right now. Kerry Graves looking for a way around, and George Sparkman sitting right there says, hey, I'm going to go to the high side. Kerry Graves ducks to the inside of Lose, side by side, coming out of start and finish line. And as George Sparkman, some sparks coming from somebody. Through corners 1 and 2, Sparkman now right on the tail end of Kerry Graves. Tim Lose on the outside. Graves dominates now and moves out into the number 1 position. Sparkman side by side with Lose and Billy McCoy. Rob Wagner, Bobby Lapierre. Billy McCoy, white flags out. Kerry Graves now out in front of Sparkman by 1 car length. Billy McCoy side by side with Tim Lose. Rob Wagner's right there. Bobby Lapierre tries to make a move, goes to the inside. Whoa, they all get a little squirrely and on the biter. Checkered flags out as they try to make that last minute move. Oh, I think this woman here, she's happy to carry. Is that what you were clapping about, kind of giving your husband a hard time about Kerry Graves winning? Hey, are we ready to go racing? Oh, come on. Wait a minute, let's try this one more time. Are we ready to go racing? Let's count it down from 5, 4. Let's go racing! 6 laps forward, 2 backwards. How's the coffee tonight? It's warm? They got hot chocolate back there too. 6 laps forward, 2 backwards. 6 laps forward, 2 backwards. All right, 1 lap's in. You think somebody's gonna win? All right, 6 laps forward, 1 lap backward, 2 laps backwards, 2 laps in. Now they gotta come all the way up to the start finish line, stop, and then go backwards. 2 laps. Where's mine? All right, 3 laps in, they're halfway to going backwards. All right, all the 22 cars sneaks off. 4 laps in, 5 laps. 4 laps in right now. 6 laps forward, 2 laps back in the Road Runner Challenge. This could be interesting. Come around, 5 laps in. Next time around, it's going to be going 2 laps backward. What do you think's going to happen?
He's going to win.
All right, he's a little shy. Here it is. They're going to stop. Now 2 laps backwards. Here it is. Put it in reverse. Watch out. Look out. There's somebody behind you. Oh no, where's he gonna go? The 60, oh, they gotta back up now. These things, okay, 2 laps backwards now. Paul Urlacher's got the first one up there. 2 laps backwards. Oh my. Hey, they don't make as much noise going backwards. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, you ever seen anything so crazy?
No.
All right, only here at Rockford. There goes Paul Urlacher. Look at that. He's just wild and crazy. The white flag's out. Schinderling. Oh my. They don't make as much noise going backwards. Look at this, Schinderling's on the move now. He could catch him. Whoa, wrong way. He's trying to back right underneath the bleachers there. Uh-oh, look out, Paul Urlacher's getting caught up. Schinderling's coming up there, the 110 car. Oh, Lignell. Oh, and he does a power slide. My, oh my, was that close? Look out, oh. Oh my. That was close. Oh, here comes, who's this in the 86 car? It's like Rich Henriksen. All right. Oh my, thanks. All right, here they come around. Tom Powell looks the field over. The pace car pulls to the infield. He says, green flag, and we're racing. And they come around. The 25's on the move. Scott Erkey right now dominating the 17 of Jerry Wright. All right. Jerry Wright running second. The 1 is now out there. Oh, that's the 11 car of Greg Erkey. That's the 11 car of Greg Erkey now. Looking out after the 25 car of Scott Erkey out of Algonquin, Illinois. As he's pulled away from the rest of the field coming out. So the challenge back for about 5th place there between the 16 car and the 34 car. The 16 of Tom Meyer, John Meyer, and Bill Kyle. Bill Kyle. Scott Erkey way out in front, and right behind him, Greg Erkey. So it's the Erkeys. Now, are the Erkeys related? Is that father and son?
Brother.
Brothers? All right. It's the Erkey brothers running out in front. They must have a secret over the top of everybody else, right? All right. And it's the 99 car of Jerry McAnamy. Bringing up the rest of the pack. It's the Erkeys out in front. Greg and Scott Erkey. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. As they come around this time, and it's going to be Scott Erkey out of Algonquin, Illinois, taking a checkered flag. Greg Erkey out of Algonquin, Illinois, coming in second in the dwarf cars. All right, now you guys kind of travel all over the place, right?
Right.
All right, how many stops do you make in a year?
I think 20.
20 stops. So how many times are you going to be here at Rock? Down to the infield there. Guy from the dwarf car division telling us all about that good information. What's happening? There he goes in the infield. Tom Powell says, green flag, we're racing. American short trackers first heat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, who's your buddy? Who's your buddy you brought to the races with you? Forget about the informational meeting that's going to be held tomorrow, 4 o'clock in the Budweiser Pavilion. So if you want to find out anything about racing, be there. Flag and racing. So Dennis Smith gets that early jump out in front of Patch. First heat, American short trackers, Dennis Smith, Patch. As he dominates right now, Dennis Smith. And it's Ed Papanow trying to look to the inside of Watson. Papanow dropping back just a little bit. Jeff Watson trying to take the high side. Now he ducks down on the inside, looking on the inside of Pouch. Watson really making a move in a 79 Cup. Side by side with Pouch. Brett McCoy on the high side of the 17 of Papanow. Art Higbee and Talixon. It's only about his third night of racing out here. Steve Talixon in a 17 Cup. First time they've ever built a car, and first time he's ever raced is right here at the Rockford Speedway. Now Jeff Watson in his 79 car, right up next to Dennis Smith, side by side as they come down the front stretch. Papanow and Pouch, side by side. Brett McCoy now gets up next to Pouch. Art Higbee right in there. Talixon sounded just a little bit better this week. Said he burned up a couple of pistons last week. They found out just how expensive it is to race. He said, oh! Steve Talixon. Just speaking about him, Steve Talixon takes out part of the wall right there. Now he's talking to the crew. Oh, he says, hey, I don't need no ambulance. I'm A-OK. Hey, there ain't a thing wrong with him. How about that? Steve Talixon. My, oh, my. All right. Yeah, somebody says the car needed the ambulance. Yeah, that's about right. Steve Talixon, he just looks like a little bitty kid. He only stands about 3 foot. Here they come around, 7 laps in. They come back around. Billy B pulls it into the infield. Tom Powell says, green flag and a racing. Watson, and it's Dennis Smith. Ed Papanow in the 17, Pouch, and Art Higbee in the 47 Cup. Jeff Watson now dominating in the 79. Papanow on the inside of Dennis Smith. First week back out at the Rockford Speedway in the 80 Cup. Come around, white flag is out, 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. Papanow right in front of Pouch. Can't take over Dennis Smith. They come around, checkered flag, and it goes out to Watson. Smith, Papanow, Pouch, and Higbee. My, oh my. Steve Talixon, we'll have to get the word on him. Boy, I'll tell you what, you know, of course, the younger they, well, it didn't take you long to say no. All right. Billy B pulls the pace car to the infield. They come out bumper to bumper. Says green flag and we're racing. Tim Lose out in the early lead. Tim Melvin, Billy McCoy, Sparkman's high on the high side of Billy McCoy. Sparkman comes around. Tim Melvin dominating that second spot. Kerry Graves. Lapierre takes over the 36 of Rob Wagner. Lapierre now goes on the inside of Graves. Lapierre's trying to come up. So Lapierre looks on the inside of Kerry Graves once again. Trying to dominate that position, take it over. Tim Lose, Tim Melvin, George Sparkman, Billy McCoy, Kerry Graves, Bobby Lapierre, Rob Wagner now getting up on the inside. Oh, here it is, Tim Melvin side by side with Tim Lose. Tim and Tim side by side down the front stretch. Bobby Lapierre still hanging back in about 7th place. Tim Melvin now takes over. George Sparkman side by side with Tim Lose. Billy McCoy right there. Bobby Lapierre tries to take over. Things are just right in that car. So Lapierre running in 6th. Melvin dominating now. George Sparkman taking over that 2nd place spot. Billy McCoy taking over 3rd. Side by side with Lose. Melvin still holding it up. Then it's Billy McCoy. Tim Lose, McCoy now moves it up into 3rd, a solid 3rd. Bobby Lapierre now, and Graves gets hung up by a little slower traffic. Lapierre's a little loose coming through 3. They made a couple of chassis adjustments on that car. I don't know if they were the right chassis adjustments. It seems like that car's just a little loose. It's not connecting as well as it did last Saturday night. Sparkman looks to the inside of Melvin. White flag is out 4 more left-hand turns. Sparkman now looking at the inside of Melvin. Can he do it? See what he does coming through corners 3 and 4. He ducks to the inside, looks. He can't do it. Melvin shuts the door. Checkers out. Melvin, Sparkman, McCoy, Lapierre, Wagner, Graves, and Lose brings up to the back of the out on top of the back road Pontiac pace car. Less than 1 lap to go. Oh, there's some more of that good popcorn. You know, we ought to get some of that popcorn. I understand that popcorn's pretty. Have you ever had one of those barbecue pork chop sandwiches? Here they are, green flag, and we're racing. Oh my. Winged women on wheels. That wing holds them to the track. Tabby Vandola on the move in a 71 car, side by side with Dobbs. Wanda Dobbs. Then it's Carrie Lovelace. Carrie Lovelace. Vandola in the 71. Oh, those are good too. You know that? Those doughboys? Yep, they're real good. All right, Lovelace now on the inside of Dobbs, trying to look to get around. Vandola out in the lead. Dobbs, Lovelace, Hemixel. And it's the 88 car of Tina Schultz. April Reimer in the 105 car. 42 of Sherry Robichaud. On a 42 of Robichaud pulls it into the pits in a 9 car. Christine Ebrecht. All right, hey, got a pickle, some French fries. April Reimer pulling the 105 car off into the pits. Vandola out in the lead, right in front of Lovelace, and it's Dobbs, Emmickells. Winged women on wheels. On that 42 car, they must have got that thing going there. Now Emmickells, challenge for 3rd between Dobb and Emmickells. Emmickells side by side with Dobbs for 3rd place. Lovelace in a solid 2nd. Vandola out in 1st. Now Emmickells takes over 3rd place, and Dobbs moves back 1 position. A 42 of Robichaud now on the infield, taking it slow as they come around. Oh my, look out, the 88 Wrong turn. A little too sharp. Doesn't look like it's steering too well. '88 car of Tina Schultz going to pull that car into the pits. Oh my. Winged women on wheels. Here they go. Oh, this is a Winged Women on Wheels feature number 1. 15 laps. Laps in right now. Vandola out in the lead. Oh, and it's once again Dobbs and Emignolls. Side by side, the slower traffic of the 9 car of Ebrick holding them up. Loveless, some smoke coming out of the back. This time around, the white flag's going to come out. White flag is out this time for Vandola. Loveless, Emignolls, and Dobbs side by side. Who's it going to be? The white flag lap, Emignolls. Just edging out Dobbs. See what she can do on the high side coming down. Checkers out, Vandola. Loveless. Race is going to be for 3rd place as they come down. Emignolls. And Dobbs takes over to 4th. 5th goes out to Christina Ebrick. So that's a Winged Women on Wheels feature number 1. 3 car up in front is Terry Weatherford. Now Terry Weatherford was not here last Saturday night because the storm Friday night blew a big tree right through the roof of his house and through his bedroom. And so he spent all day Saturday taking trees out of his house. Billy B pulls pace car to the infield. Green flag and we're racing. I talked to Castor Giovanni and he says, don't look for me to be too competitive because it's the first time out this year. We've changed a whole bunch on that car, so we'll see what he does as he goes around the track. Ron Spicky out into the early lead with Terry Weatherford, Mike Lloyd, Bobby Wilbert, John Ganley, Jerry Guiley, Leonard Reimer, and Castor Giovanni in the 03 car. Mike Lloyd now side by side. It challenges for 3rd. Lloyd and Bobby Wilbur. Bobby Wilbur now takes over. Falls into the 3rd. Jerry Guiley coming up. Ron Spicky holding it off. Weatherford. Now Wilberg looks to the inside of Weatherford. And Guiley also trying to look to the inside of Wilbur. My, oh my, awful close going through corners 3 and 4. 5 laps in. First heat. Late model division. All right, and we missed that, and that is the 03 car of Castor Giovanni. Castor Giovanni goes into the wall down in corner number 4. So they put that into the wall down there. So it's not handling like he thought it was going to handle. He told me, he says, Jim, don't look for me to be too competitive tonight because I've just got this car cranked. More word from the officials down trackside as to what really happened with that car. 1 lap to go. Leonard Reimer, the poet, Leonard Reimer. Billy B in a pace car, pulls it around out of corner number 4 into the infield. Green flag and we're racing. Weatherford and Wilbur side by side, and Guiley's right there. Well, look out. On the binders, and the yellow flag comes out. The 3 car of Terry Weatherford on the binders big time. Gets it a little tangled up side by side with Bobby Wilbur as they pull him around. Billy B in the pace car brings it around. And we'll see if Tom Powell looks at it and see what they do. 12 laps in a late model heat race, 7 in. Come around, Tom Powell says, green flag and we're racing. Wilberg down to the inside of Smicky. Can Smicky hold it off? Wilberg now drops off. Oh, and he's still got just a little bit of a fender right there. Wilberg still trying to edge out Smicky in the 39 car. Jerry Guiley right behind them both. Side by side coming down the front stretch. Great heat race racing action. Wilberg pulls it out. Smicky into second place. Jerry Guiley falls in side by side. Guiley just a little bit loose coming out of corner number 4. Falls into a solid third. Mike Lloyd now looking around Guiley, but Guiley taking it off. Jerry Guiley now trying to look to the inside of Smicky. White flag is out. 11 laps complete. Jerry Guiley now up side by side with Smicky. Can they do a checkers out? And it's going to be Bobby Wilburn and Smicky, Guiley, Lloyd, Reimer, Ganley, and the 3 of Weatherford. My, oh my. That was almost, no. Boy, I tell you what, you're awful stingy. Billy B pulls it into the infield, green flag, and we're racing. Danko drops back 3 positions. Immediately, Rubeck and Graves go out in front. Bobby Hacker now looks around Danko, ducks to the inside. Danko goes high. Hacker looks to the inside of Danko. Rubeck in the 61 Cup. Out in the lead. Graves looks around him, see if he can get around. Hacker now coming up on Danko, side by side. Danko stays high, Hacker low, and Hacker pulls away, going out of corner number 2. Now Wagner's turn to challenge Danko. As Wagner stays on the inside, Danko stays on the high side. Tom Guiley's right there. And now Wagner pulls over. Danko not doing very well coming out of corner number 2 as he slows it down, and Wagner takes over. Now it's Tom Guiley's turn as he comes around. See if he can get up inside. Tom Guiley in the 7, Steve DeMar bringing up the back of the pack in a 1440 car. Rubeck looking good. Tom Graves now just a half a car length behind. See if he can get his eyes set, and he does. He moves to the inside. Whoa! And it's Guiley. Tom Guiley puts it around. Down the back stretch. Can't see who the other car is. We'll get an eye on that number there. He's in the rumple strips. That's Danko in a 94 car. Tom Guiley does fall back onto the track. And Danko, I think he's got a problem. Looks like he got it made, got a blanket over here. It's not even cold out here tonight. It's not cold at all. Yeah, it's nice out here. Here they are, Billy B's infield, green flag and a racing. Rubeck still dominating. Graves right behind him. Hacker now in 3rd. Wagner in 4th. DeMarbs and Guiley. Guiley now looks to the inside of DeMarbs. Going to take over that 5th position from DeMarbs and put DeMarbs back in 6th. Now Wagner gets on the inside, looks to the inside of Hacker. Hacker doesn't want anything to do with that. Hacker still got a few bumps and bruises from his little spill last week as that throttle spring broke. Rides the wall through corner number 3. Now Wagner still looking on the low side. Hacker taking the high side through corners 1 and 2. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Wagner now trying to get again on the inside of Hacker. Hacker pulls it out down the backstretch. Wagner comes in. Could be close. It's back. Rubeck, Graves, Hacker, Wagner, DeMarb, and Tom Guiley. This Roadrunner heat races, and then we've got the giveaways. Don't forget about the women in NASCAR. Selling all kinds of raffle tickets out there. They're also collecting pop-top pulls. So you might want to start collecting your pop-top pulls and go out there and talk to them. Billy B pulls it to the infield. Tom Powell looks at it. Green flag and we're racing. Motorcycles with 4 wheels. They're just all over the place, almost 3 wide, coming out of corner number. Don Baldvogel out of lead. Something's wrong with that car, and he's way off the. And he's going to pull the car back. Dennis Miller in the 43 car out of the lead. And then it's Mike Powell in a 9 in second place. Dennis Miller, a veteran to the Rockford Speedway, knows this track and knows the grooves of the Rockford Speedway. And that's Dennis Miller. Mike Powell running in second. Now Powell looking at the inside of Miller. He gets right up there. Miller doesn't let off. Powell hangs back side by side. Dennis Miller knows where the groove is at. Running in third. Oh no! Powell gets a little squirrely. Keeps it underway. He loses way back in the pack. Dennis Miller. Then it's a 56 of Selvogue. Selvogue in the 56 car. Now right behind Dennis Miller. Right behind him's the 28 car of Roger Osborne. Salbach, Osborne, Dennis Miller. White flag is out for Dennis Miller. 3 more left-hand turns. Salbach side by side with Miller. It could be the race to the end. Miller's high, Salbach's low. What is it going to be? Coming across the start-finish line, Dennis Miller pulls it off. And they'll bring it back around. And the dwarf cars. Next up, the Road Runner. All right, next up's gonna be the Road Runner heat races. Green flag and we're racing. All right. Road Runners 3 wide. Look out down the backstretch. Oh, he's loosening the dust. The 80 car. Those unknown quantities. It looks like it's going to be the 71 car out in the lead. Well, look out, and that is the 22 car of Scott Berkenes. Scott Berkenes gets around. Black flag goes out to Joey Thomas. Joey Thomas gets the black flag. So, Black flag goes out to Joey Thomas. He'll pull that car off. The 147 also pulls up. That's Ron Stolz. Vandola in a 71 car. Dominating right now in one of the heat races. Used to run enduros, Vandola. And John Vandola. Well, look out! That's that 80 car once again. Oh, he just can't decide what's going on. Oh, they got all over the backstretch there. Oh my. There's some stuff on the back of that track down there. Yellow flag comes out. Right there by that Gillies sheet metal sign. Goodies headache powder, True Value Hardware. Tom McKiskey Realtors. And some people that sponsor all the great racing at her car, put it back. She was looking with Mike Rychecki. Mike Rychecki. Out here at the Rockford Speedway. Also, if you'd like to see one of your company signs out here at the Rockford Speedway, that's also the guy to talk to, is John Fisher. Pork barbecued sandwiches down there, good things to eat. Gosh, I can't tell you. You know, if you ever want to have a good Saturday night, just pack up the kids, come on out to the Rockford Speedway, get in at 5 o'clock, you can eat dinner, come right in here and watch races all night. What a better way to spend your Saturday night, right out here at Rockford Speedway. All right. Tom Powell says, green flag and a racing. John, oh, it's a green and white flag. 1 lap dash to the end, 1 lap dash. 1 lap dash as they come around the 78 car of Rychecki. Tries to come upside the 69 of Special, and the checker's out. Vandella, the 10 car of Joe Johnson. Special, and then a 78 Rychecki. Are you still looking for volunteers? Still looking for volunteers for the crew of your car? They got to know something about cars? Do they have to know something about cars? All right, Billy Burke pulls into the infield, green flag and a racing. Three wide, going through corners 1 and 2. Look out, it's the big Oreo squeeze down the backstretch. Heinrichsen tries to look for a way around. Justin Manning in the 64 car pulls it out. Heinrichsen right behind the 3 car. Kevin Collins. Oh, that 42 cars on the high side. Gilbert Brewer. Must be brewing something out there as he's taking a real high line there. Justin Manning out in the lead. Heinrichsen right behind him. Oh, look out, the 35 car of Schweinbank. Schweinbank gets a little squirrely coming out of corner number 4, but he straightens it out. The 10 car of Dan Lignell. Dan Lignell's on a move now past the 42 car of Gilbert Brewer. 64 of Justin Manning. Heinrichsen's right behind him. Little tap on the back end says, hey, I'll be here. The 20 cars taking a slow way off the 34 car of Brad Bark. Look out as they come around now. They're getting ready to lap this slower car. Bark is barking on some trouble. Bark takes the high side. Heinrichsen takes over that number 1 slot. Manning's right there in second. All right, look out. Bark is loose. The 110 car of Dan Lignell. Look out, oh, they're loose, oh, Roadrunner E-Race. Oh no, checker flags out, Heinrichsen, Manny, Blake Nell, marks a lap car, the 3 car of Kevin Collins. Division. Coming up yet, Women on Wheels, feature number 2, 15 laps. American Short Tracker, 20 laps. Dwarf feature, 15 laps. Late model feature race up, 40 laps. And 20 laps of the Roadrunner feature race. There it is, green flag, we're racing. Cromwell, the 52 car. Out in an early lead, Schinderling in the 68 car. Then it's the 36 car of O'Neill. A little bit of Irish there. Madison running in fourth. Schinderling trying to get around the inside, looking up on Cromwell. And it's back in the pack. Challenge back there with the 511 car, Tom Lundberg. Right behind Lundberg. Lundberg right there with the 5 car. There's Dobbs. Dobbs is a little loose. Oh, look out, Erlock now coming around. Schinderling running in second. Cromwell in first. And it's O'Neill, Manson. The 51 car of John Harris. Laps, 5 in, 3 to go. 8 laps, 3 to go. 5 laps in, Cromwell out in the lead, Schinderling, O'Neill, Matson, John Harris, Dobbs, Erlacher, and Lundberg in the 511 car. They come around, white flag out this time, white flag. 1 lap to go, 3rd heat of the Roadrunner. Checkered flag drops, and it's going to be Cromwell, Schinderling, O'Neill, Matson, the 51 car of Harris, Erlacher, Dobbs, and Lundberg in a 511 car, bringing up the back of the pack. Can't ignore me now. Everybody stand up, Cheryl. Laporte, stand up. Everybody wave to these drivers. Everybody stand up, even up in the towers. You got to stand up, wave to these drivers. Let them know that you appreciate them being out here. They can see everybody, so make sure that you stand up and wave to them as they go by. All right, as they come around, wing, Women on Wheels. All right. Jack Deary, pick up your radio. Jack, pick up your radio. All right. There. Tom Powell says, slow him down, 1 lap to go. Lights are out on top of that back road Pontiac pace car. Lights out on top of the back road Pontiac pace car. They'll pull him around. Wing the women on wheels. Tom Powell looks over the field. He looks it over. He says, green flag, and we're racing. April Reimer. Starting on the pole, drops way back. Not like her husband. Whoa, Carrie Lovelace, oh, look out. Mandola gets a little squirrely in corner number 4. Look out, winged women on wheels. They are wild and crazy tonight. The 88 car of Tina Schultz. Dominated right now. Right behind her is Christine Ebrick. Christine Ebrick. Oh my. Now it's Wanda Dobbs. Side by side with the 9 car of Ebrick. Dobbs and Ebrick. Dobbs goes low. Side by side still. Mandola. Emmett Holes in a 6, trying to make the move. Now to 42 car. Sharon Robichaud. Oh my, Robichaud now going very slow. Oh my, Dobbs now still on the inside. The 9 car of Christine Ebrick. On a 42 car. Yeah, it's going again. She kind of gets a half a lap and then it slows down. Hang on, could be 3 wide, almost going to be 4 wide. Dobbs closes the door. 88 car of Tina Schultz. Oh no, right-hand turn, look out, right in front of, whoa, I didn't see that at all. Oh, yep. Right turn right in front of the pack. Oh my, winged women on wheels. Regular Wednesday night attraction here at the Rockford Speedway. Emmett Goals now comes up on the inside. Oh, Dobbs ducks low. Now to 9. Well, look out, Mandola, the 9 car of Ebrick. Hanging a wall. My, oh my, oh my. Oh no. Now Derek. Oh my, oh my. Wanda Dobbs. Oh my, here comes April Reimers, probably wondering why Dobbs is sitting right there. Smokes the tire taking off the start finish line of Mandola, still dominating now, or takes it over from the 88 car of Schultz. 10 laps in, 5 to go. Debbie Mandola. Debbie Mandola out in the lead now. Carrie Lovelace running in second. Making a move now. Dobbs got lapped by Mandola. That's the 88 car of Tina Schultz running in third. Some slower traffic now. With a challenge on him. 12 laps in, 3 to go. Bandola running strong. Debbie Bandola, Carrie Lovelace. It's Emmett Knowles. White flag is out. Emmett Knowles comes around the inside of Schultz. My, oh my, winged women on wheels. 15 laps, second feature race. It's a combination of two for the winners. And it is Debbie Bandola. Takes it over. Carrie Lovelace. Emmett Knowles. And the 88 car of Tina Schultz. My, oh my, oh my, winged women on wheels. Bunch of party poopers. Stand up, everybody. Stand up. Let's wave to these drivers, everybody. Let's stand up and wave to these drivers. Wave your hats, your programs, anything to these drivers. They can see you. Wave to them. Let them know that you appreciate them being out here, making all of this great racing action here at the Rockford Speedway. All right. Let these drivers know that you appreciate them being out here. American Short Track Feature race coming up. Happy birthday to Jesse Dobbs from Tara Hopeman. Happy anniversary to Nicole Curtis and Natty Seitz. Happy birthday to those people. Lights are out on the back road. Pontiac pace car as they come around. 1 lap to go. American Short Tracker Feature race coming up. If I read off your ticket number, your seat number, make sure you go down to the souvenir stand for the claim those prizes. Dwarf cars up next after this. Starting on the pole, Steve Tallickson, Dennis Smith, Art Higbee, Pouch, McCoy, green flag, and we're racing. Steve Tallickson, no front end of that car. They get it out there. He drops out of the line, falls to the infield. Didn't like being out there in front. Ed Papanow in the 17 car. Melvin in a 98.5 right next to Papanow. Dennis Smith in the 80 running out in front. It's George Sparkman in 5 car. Tallickson, first year of racing ever. He's out there in the 77 car. Dennis Smith holding him off right now. Papanow and Melvin. Sparkman right behind him. Back of the pack, plenty of cars out there. 20 lap feature race, 20 lap feature race. Tallickson lapped a couple times now. Tim Melvin up side by side with Dennis Smith, shoots by him down the back stretch at the end. Oh my, Smith gets a little bit loose. Melvin pulls it off, Sparkman right behind him, and Dennis Smith is right off to the right. Papanow, Kerry Graves comes up, Art Higbee. Oh, and a yellow flag comes out, I missed it. And it is Brett McCoy, and he's out of the car. How about a big hand for Brett McCoy? Find out what happened. It doesn't, looks like the right side of the car. All right, Billy B comes out of corner number 3 and 4, pulls it into the infield. Watch, Tom Powley looks at it, says green flag, and we're racing. Tim Melvin in the lead, George Sparkman right there, Kerry Graves a little bit loose. Next to Dennis Smith, Ed Papanow, Billy Bobby Lapierre. Try to get around Graves just a little bit loose. Now Sparkman looks to the inside of Melvin. Going down the backstretch, Smith holding off. Bobby Lapierre looking at the inside of Graves, and Graves almost goes sideways. Keep an eye on the back of that pack as Bobby Lapierre, 7 laps in, 13 to go. Oh my, Kerry Graves hanging on to it. Getting awfully loose in the corners. The handling is just not quite there. Bobby Lapierre now coming up on the outside of Kerry Graves. Ed Papanow looking to get around Dennis Smith. But Graves just a little slow. Sparkman now putting a challenge on Melvin. But Melvin holding him off. Down the backstretch now, Bobby Lapierre tries to look for a way around Kerry Graves. Ed Papanow right behind Smith. Yellow flag is out. And the yellow flag is out 10 laps in. Yes, there is some debris up in corner number 4. There is a piece of debris up in corner number 4. Hey, how's that pretzel?
Good.
You like that pretzel? All right. Good girl. You don't eat with talk with your mouth full either. All right. What do you got that blanket wrapped all around you? Are you cold? Nobody else has any blankets on. Oh, you just feel like wearing a blanket, huh? Are you a Green Bay Packer fan too? No? So you like them? You like the, you like the Bears. All right. Why are you sitting so close to a Green Bay Packer jacket then? Didn't have a choice, huh? You're not a Chicago Bull fan, are you? No. Oh, yeah? I wonder what my first clue is. Got that big jacket on. They're doing pretty good, though, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Well, we'll see. I got a long ways to go. You looking for me? I'm right here. How you doing? I see somebody looking up there. Where is that guy at? How you doing? Another Green Bay Packer fan? Yeah. Boy, bunch of cheeseheads. And I can say that because I was born in Milwaukee, so. I was born in Wisconsin. I am a native cheesehead. All right, so they got that debris picked up down there. Lights are out on top of the back road Pontiac pace car. 11 laps in now on the official scoreboard. 11 laps in, 9 laps to go. 20-lap feature race for the American Short Track Division. A dwarf car feature race coming up. Billy Merkheimer breaks that Formula pace car in. Tom Powell looks at a green flag, and we're racing. Sparkman now makes another move on Tim Melvin. Bobby Lapierre coming around from way back. George Sparkman, Tim Melvin, side by side through corner 1 and 2, down the backstretch. Dennis Smith running in a solid third. Bobby Lapierre now trying to put a challenge on side by side with Dennis Smith. Melvin and Sparkman still side by side. Bobby Lapierre now edging out over Dennis Smith and through corners 2. Down the backstretch side by side. Billy McCoy right behind him. Takes over that third place position. Bobby Lapierre got that car hooked up much better than in the heat races. Billy McCoy right on his tail. Dennis Smith a little loose. Rob Wagner right back there trying to take over. Ed Papanow dropping back. Kerry Graves has dropped back a few positions now. Sparkman once again off the pace from Tim Melvin. Tim Melvin about 1 car length ahead of George Sparkman. And it's Bobby Lapierre now has got his eyes set. He's going to try to catch up to George Sparkman in the 5 car. 4 laps to go as they come by. Can Lapierre do it? He might need some help with something on the track and a yellow flag. Bobby Lapierre's on the move. 3 laps to go. George Sparkman trying to challenge Melvin. Melvin taking the high line. Billy McCoy now ducks down to the inside. Can he take over Melvin? as they come around. 18 laps in. Next time by will be the white flag. Art Higbee bringing up the back of the pack. Melvin high. Sparkman tries to come in low. White flag is out. 4 more. Left-hand turns. Bobby LaPierre running in third. Billy McCoy in fourth. Rob Wagner, the 36 car. Kerry Graves popping out. Checkered flag comes out, and it's going to be Melvin, Sparkman, LaPierre, McCoy, Wagner, Graves. Oh, Smith, I think, edge out Papanow, Patch, and then Lose in a 93 car. American Short Track feature race. As he comes down, he's worked hard on this. And we'll get a word from him as he comes out at Rockford Speedway. Hat on. How about a big hand for Tim Melvin? How's it going, Tim?
Oh, it's going great right now.
All right, did I hear the word that you got off kind of late after work and kind of come out here rushed?
Yeah, we blew a motor in the garage.
In the garage you blew the motor?
Yeah. Yeah, and we had to put a stock bottom one in.
Oh, really? So kind of a big change, new motor out here, and you still won it.
George was giving me a heck of a race.
He was indeed. He was right behind you.
I love racing with George. He runs it clean. You just can't ask for a better guy to run with.
All right, there you heard it from Tim Melvin one more time. Don't just because I'm down up there, you got to stand up. You got to wave to these drivers. Everybody up off your seats. Let's wave to these drivers. Stand up. Let's stand up and wave to these drivers as they come by this time. All right, everybody, all the way down, even at Section J, keep waving. They can see you down there. All right. You're on my list now for not standing up there. You thought just because I was down here I couldn't see. Cheryl, you better have a talk. Yeah, you got to tell those girls up front there they need to stand up. The dwarf cars as they come around. Tom Powell will look over the field. He says, 1 lap to go. Lights are out on top of the back road Pontiac pace car. All right. Billy B comes around out of corner number 4, pulls it into the infield, green flag, and we're racing. It's Art Dewey out of Chainsville taking the early lead. Side by side, now to 9 of Mike Powell. Takes it over. Dewey drops back into second. Powell moves out. The dwarf cars. Powell dominating. Now it's a 56 and Denny Salva. Side by side. And he takes over that second place spot. Out of 22 of Art Dewey drops back. Dennis Miller's in hot pursuit. He's running in third right now. Some smoke coming off the 56 car of Denny Salmon. So watch that car. He could be having some problems handling that car. Getting on those binders really heavy as you watch him at the end of the front stretch. Some smoke coming off that left front wheel. Maybe Maybe it's just a little reflection of the lights. I don't know. Mike Powell dominating right now out of Polo, Illinois. With Solvik. Running in second, and Dennis Miller in third. Oh my, to 34, way off the pace. Oh, and he gets up on a bumper, trying to give him a little bit of a push. My, oh my. Now Powell into some slower driving off the pace, and Selva. Oh man, something's coming apart in the 11 car of Greg Erke. Something's come apart in that car, and it does not look good. It does not look good in Erke's car. The yellow flag will come out. Right up by the Jacob sign, the Lincoln rental in sight at the races. This is a 15-lap feature. All right, we're gonna audition some people here, see if they can do this right. All right, Billy Merkheimer pulls it into the infield, coming out of corner number 4. Green flag, and we're racing! All right, 12 cars. Ducking down in the infield, must have got some dust and dirt in their eyes as they come around. A couple of them pull. Powell pulls into the infield, a 25 car. My, oh my, oh my. The 11 car's on the hook. Dwarf cars coming around, and it's going to be the 56 of Dennis Selva. Dominating right now, Dennis Miller running in second, the 22 of Art Dewey. Running in third, then it's the 28 of Roger Osborne. White flag is out, this time by. White flag's out, and he comes around in a 56 car, and the checker falls. And it's going to be the 56 of Dennis Selva, out of Janesville, Wisconsin. Coming up next is going to be the late model, NASCAR late model feature. The McHenry County McDonald's Association is sponsoring this race here in the Dwarf Car Series. As the late models pull out of the track, he gets a Rockford Speedway hat on in the 56 car out of Janesville, Wisconsin. How about a big hand for Denny Selvog? All right, Denny, how is it to run these dwarf cars out here at Rockford? Is it a nice place to run?
Yeah, we've been all over the Midwest, and this is by far the best track and the best personnel running it.
All right, there you heard it, right in the dwarf cars. We'll get the pictures taken. Denny Selvog from the dwarf cars. Get up off your seats and wave to these drivers. Cheryl, get everybody to stand up there. Wave to these drivers as they come by this time. Wave to all of the drivers as they come by. Let them know that you appreciate them being out here. The NASCAR late model feature race. 40 laps down there in Section J. Wave to these drivers. All right. They'll bring them around. Tom Powell getting ready to go, looking over the field, checking it out to see if everything's going to be A-OK, bringing them around this time. Billy Merkheimer is going to pull that pace car into the infield. Tom Powell giving a signal. Let's drum up those racing titles. On the front row, Weatherford and Marb. In the second row, Ganley and Graves. Lloyd and Reimer, Hacker and Wilberg, Guiley and Guiley, and Wagner bringing up the back of the pack. Lights out on top of the back road Pontiac pace cars. They bring them down the back stretch. They're all lined up. 40-lap feature race NASCAR late model division. Here he goes, pulling it in the infield, bumper to bumper. A little bit of tapping going around town. Powell looks at it. Let's go racing. Weatherford dropping way back now. A little squirrely down the backstretch. Rubeck out of lead to Marv. Graves and Smicky. Graves comes around on the high side. Smicky falls back into fourth place. Brad Wagner now moving up 5 positions from the back of the pack. He's got the ultimate challenge, $600 to win. And he comes by Leonard Reimer in a 105.9 car. Getting side by side with Bobby Wilbur. And it's John Ganley in a 66 car. So now Wilbur tries to drop down. Wagner's got to get around him. 3 laps in. Rubeck, DeMar, Graves, and Smicky. My, oh my, oh my, late model feature race, 40 laps. Wilberg and Ganley side by side. Wagner ducks way low now. Gets around Ganley. Now he's got his eyes set. Wagner's on the move. Wilbur comes around Terry Weatherford, the tree man. Some smoke out of the tires up there in Weatherford. Now running up there into 5th place is Wilbur, and Wagner comes around. Wagner's now looking for that way to get around. Jerry Guiley right behind Leonard Reimer towards the back of the pack. Terry Weatherford right in front of John Ganley. Ganley now looking at the inside of Weatherford, and he comes around. Tom Guiley right behind those two. Brad Wagner's trying to get around Bobby Wilbur. Smicky running in 4th. Tom Graves now right behind the Marv. A little bump in the back end telling the Marv, hey, I'm back here. Let me have some room. Wagner now running in 6th position. Graves gets up on the inside of the Marv, trying to find his way. See if he can duck low and hold on to it. Wilbur now looking at the inside of Smicky. Wagner right there coming on the outside. See what's going to happen. Wagner not giving him that door to come back up in there. Smicky. Oh my. Right on the tail end. Wagner's hanging in there. Graves looks to the inside of the Marvs again. Leonard Reimer and Weatherford side by side. Mike Lloyd right behind him. Rubeck dominating. Come on. Graves, Wilberg on the inside of Ron Smicky. 15 laps in. Oh my, and Lloyd comes around and it's going to bring out the yellow flag. Mike Lloyd puts it around at corner number 2, and he's going to sit there. Safety crews will go over and check it out. Finally, Tom $100. Signal goes out from Tom Powell. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. Don't forget, kids, the month of May, you can get in free with a coupon from McDonald's. Area McDonald's will have those coupons. Billy B pulls pace car into the infield. Single file, they come around. Tom Powell says green flag and we're racing. That tightened up the pack just a little bit. Bobby Wilbur. Whoa, my. Ron Smickey. Off it just a little bit. Graves looks to the inside into Mars. A little bit of sheet metal out of place on Wilbert. DeMarv gets off the pace. Graves comes around him. My, oh my. Bobby Wilbur, Graves moves up now. Smickey moves back. Brad Wagner running in fifth. Halfway through next time by. So Bobby Wilbert's got to make the move. Now something's coming apart in Smickey's car. Something is definitely coming apart in Ron Smickey's car. The sparks are flying. See what happens with that. I don't think he knows anything's wrong. But something is definitely coming apart in Ron Smickey's car as the sparks are coming out of the back end. He now ducks low. Oh, Mike Lloyd comes around and the yellow flag comes out, tightening up the pack one more time. Now something's coming apart in the Ron Smickey. We'll try to find out more details on that. 22 Valley Antiques, the mayor of Monroe Center. Tom Graves, DeMarv Wagner, and the Ultimate Challenge, Brad Wagner. Lights are out on top of the back road Pontiac pace car as they pull around. Billy B will pull it into the infield. Tom Powell looking at it. He says, green flag and we're racing. Mike Lloyd back out. Bobby Wilbur now gets to the inside of DeMar's. Side by side, Brad Wagner. Now Tom Graves up next to Rubeck. Side by side for first and second. Graves takes over, screens by, comes out of corner number 4. Bobby Wilbur still trying to get around to Mars. Bobby Hacker next to Wagner. Wagner needs a win for the Ultimate Challenge. Lloyd is loose again. Something's not handling properly on Mike Lloyd's vehicle. Hacker now side by side with Jerry Guiley. Brad Wagner right there in the 5 car. He's trying to get around on the inside. Wilbur still trying to get up next to Steve DeMarv's. DeMarv's holding him off. "27 laps in, 13 to go. Wilbur now gaining a little bit. Wagner loose out of there and some debris down at the end of the front stretch. And Wagner's now lost his position for that Ultimate Challenge. And the yellow flag comes out. If I'm not mistaken, down at the end of the front stretch. Lights are out on top of the back road Pontiac pace car. Tom Graves, Rubeck, the mayor of Monroe Center. Bobby Wilbur, Steve DeMarv's, Bobby Hecker, Jerry Guiley, Tom Guiley, John Ganley, Leonard Reimer, Terry Weatherford, Mike Lloyd, and Brad Wagner. Lloyd pulls to the outside, lets Wagner around. They come around. Billy Berkheimer pulls it into the infield. Tom Powell looks over the field. Green flag, and we're racing. Marv drops by, Hacker comes around, taking over the fourth place position, right behind Bobby Wilbur. Steve Rubeck out in second. Now Wilbur still trying to get around Rubeck. Bobby Hacker right there, Jerry Guiley, Tom Guiley, Steve Marbs. 32 laps in, 8 laps to go. Wagner suffering some alignment problems now, having some handling problems with that car. That car is really loose. Wilbur side by side comes around Steve Rubeck. So Bobby Wilbur moves up in a second. Bobby Hacker now running in fourth still. So you look around Rubeck. Get around him, 35 laps in, 5 laps to go, 5 laps to go. NASCAR late model feature race. Brad Wagner definitely having some handling problems with that vehicle. As you can see it sliding into the corner. So something came awry in that car. And he's just not handling very well at all. Tom Graves dominated now by a couple of car lengths in front of Bobby Wilbur. Steve Rubeck, Bobby Hacker, Jerry Guiley, DeMarbs, Tom Guiley, and John Ganley. 37 laps in, 38 this time by. White flag will come out next time by. Wagner having those handling problems. Wilbur trying to put that last-minute challenge up side by side with Tom Graves. Bobby Wilbur side by side on the white flag lap. Is he going to do it? Ducking down, coming around. It could be a photo finish. Tom Graves pulls it out just barely in front of Bobby Wilbur. My, oh my, what a last-minute effort put out by Bobby Wilbur in a 98.5 car. What a phenomenal effort put out by Wilbur. Racing, B&B Racing Engines, TriStar Motorsports, Oilman Trucking, my oh my oh my, Brett Oberg Builders, Chilson Auto Sales, Bobby Hacker won the additional 5 and drive money tonight. Bobby Hacker in the 13 car. All right, pulling off a good last-minute challenge put on by Bobby Wilbur. He comes around taking a deep breath as he comes out. How about a big hand for Tom Graves? All right, stand up, wave to these drivers as they come by. All right, that's good. Yeah, we got it now. Everybody stand up, wave to these drivers as they come by. Wave to them, the road runner formation, 4 wide as they go down the front stretch. All right, even down in section J, wave to them. It's teacup, figure 8. Teacup, figure 8. Don't you know how to do that? Teacup, figure 8. All right. North Park rental night at the races. If we called off your names for the prizes, make sure that you collect those in the souvenir stand. Souvenir stand has all that information. The Racing Rascal information. Coming around, they come out of that four-man formation. They'll pull it back into 2 wide. Out of corner number 4. There it is, lights out on top of the back road Pontiac pace car. They'll pull it down through 2 wide. Coming around, back road Pontiac pace car pulls it in the infield. Tom Powell looks at the field, says green flag, and we're racing. Joe Johnson in the 10 car out in the lead. Vandola. In a 71 car, Innocent 221 to 147 of Ron Stoltz. Up fourth, the 10 car of Joe Johnson. My oh my, the 71 of Vandola. On the run, side by side now. With the 10 car of Joe Johnson. Johnson goes high, Vandola goes low. Oh, the 20 car pulls it into pits. Ron Schultz. Powell giving a signal to double it up, side by side. Papa John's, another sponsor here, Exide Batteries, Bowman. FM 91 WGSL, 101 FM WQFL. Rockford Speedway is part of the NASCAR Winston Racing Series. Tom Powell lights her out, pulls it into the infield. Green flag, and we're racing. Look out, they're squirrely down the backstretch. 3 wide in the sandwich. Urlacher. Spinebank is high. Ron Vandola, the 71, dominating right now. And behind him is the 10 car of Joe Johnson. There's the 147 of Ron Stoltz. Laps in, halfway through. 64 car. Looks like he's just Spastic out there, Justin Manning. Is also on the infield, 13 laps, 7 laps to go. John Vandola in the lead, coming up on some slower traffic with the challenge on it, 42 of Gilbert Brewer. Right there. Vandola comes by him down the backstretch into corners 3 and 4. 14 laps in, 15 this time by, 5 laps to go. Oh my, look out! My, oh my, oh my. Dobbs in the 5 car. It's squirrely, the yellow flag almost comes out. Okay, the yellow flag comes out. And it looks like Derek Dobbs in the 5 car is just a little bit upset at Keith O'Neill. Derek Dobbs gets out the front end of. Come in 16 laps in. 4 laps to go. North Park rental night at the races. Giving away a couple of trimmers here this evening. They double them up. Ron Vandola up in the front. They'll bring it down a backstretch. 4-lap dash to the end. Coming around, Tom Powell says green flag and we're racing. Oh my! And it's the 80 car to 34, the 34 car, Brad Bark. The 80 car, one of those anonymous ones, and the 8 car of Brian. Beautiful car. So it's Vandola, Joe Johnson, the 110 car of Lignell, Special, and the 68 of Schinderling, Rich Schinderling. Berkness. Back in about the 4th row. And it's the 52 car of John Cromwell. Pace car pulls up out of corner number 4. Coming around, Tom Powell says green flag and we're racing. Ron Vandola dominating so far, about 5 car lengths out. Lignell moving up now, Schinderling right there. Lignell takes the high side, and it's the Oreo cookie. Schinderling being the cream filling as they come down through corners 3 and 4. White flag goes out to Vandola. Oh my! Swinebank does the 360, keeps it under power. He says, "Where am I at? I'm gonna go." My, oh my, oh my. And a checkered flag comes out. Swinebank still trying to figure out where he's at. The checker comes out for Ron Vandola. Schinderling, Lignell, Cromwell, the 10 car of Joe Johnson, Special, the 03 car of Andy Bristol. Swineblank suffers a flat tire. Thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Runner Challenge Formula Indy Champs. Saturday, May 11th, Anderson Marine Night at the Races, Sponsor Night, Cup Foods, fan photo at 6:30, Late Models, American Short Trackers, Grand Nationals, Sportsmen, Roadrunners, Roadrunner Challenge, and Legends. That's Saturday, May 11th. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, Ron Bandela. My name is Jim Daggy. Thanks for being out here tonight. Drive carefully on your way home, and we will see you next Saturday night.